ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Jana Talk podcast. I have an absolute pleasure to introduce you today's episode because we will dig deeper into the beauty and inspiring journey of amazing country, South Africa, where I also personally was last year in autumn. And I have an absolute pleasure to introduce you my guest, truly unique, truly unique tour guide I have met in my whole life, who owns also his company, Cape Touring. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Peter van Wyk. Hello, Peter.
Hi there, Jana. Nice to see you again.
Yes, I'm truly happy to see you because I remember when we were in South Africa last autumn, it was so amazing. It was really the best trip in my whole life, you were really incredible because you showed us the beauty of Cape Town and of South Africa, and it was like so unique because we saw so different things, from amazing nature, from incredible animals, from like dolphins, whales, penguins, and later we also saw safari, which was just incredible, but also the exquisite cuisine. South Africa was one of the biggest surprises for me because the cuisine was so delicious as well. So, how long have you been working as a tour guide? I read that, when I googled info, I googled that more than 12 years, right, or almost 13 years now.
Yes, that's 100%, Jana. I've been doing this and had the privilege of taking people like yourself and showcasing what we have to offer here in our beautiful part of the world. And we were so happy to have you here. Your enthusiasm made it easier for us to keep looking for more places to show you. So also thank you for making the effort of coming here. It was fantastic to host you.
Thank you very much, and you are really incredible. I was there with my mom, with my sister, with our friends, also with Eva, who is my great friend, who also organized this whole trip that we went there. And I'm so happy that thanks to her we met you. Um, you are really 5-star rated tour guide. I think like everybody really loves the experience with you because you make the experience in South Africa truly unique. It's not just going to sightseeing and that's it, but you definitely go deep into details with the people, definitely what they need. If there are tourists like regular ones, or if they want to try the cuisine as we wanted to do. What do you
Yes.
like the most about your profession, being a tour guide?
Well, I think it's a big privilege to do what I do. And when we see people like yourself, or anybody coming from any part of the world to come and visit us here, it is a great honor to have you. And we want to show you what we have to offer. We truly believe that South Africa is a very, very good destination, even from a value proposition. And once you are here, you'll realize that people are extremely friendly as well. Everybody loves to see people. Everybody wants to go out of their way to make sure that people like yourself who do come and visit have an excellent time. So yes, that's what it's all about, and it's actually quite easy to do what I do in a city like this, as it has so much to offer. If you are an adventure person, there's a lot of adventure. If you want to be outdoors, right here, you don't have to travel far. It's all available. As you said, there's a great variety of animals that are very unique that most other countries don't have, which we are fortunate to have on our doorstep. Also, the sea life at the moment, and every time you come here, will just blow you away. As the different times of the year, we experience different animals here. Like right now, at the moment, we've got so many whales in the bay. We're seeing dolphins every day now, sunfish. The penguins are here. They're breeding. They're having twins at the moment. So it certainly is a great destination which will suit anybody.
It's just as you have mentioned that it's a country of really of a huge variety that everybody or each of everybody really finds something truly unique for himself or herself. Before we jump
Yeah.
into more detail, I would like to point out one thing. I don't know if people saw, but I'm here only in a t-shirt or a blouse, and you are having a jacket, and
Yes.
because we have a totally, even
Yeah.
we have the same time zone, we have a different weather, right? What season do you have now?
So at the moment, we're right in the heart of winter in Cape Town, and this is the time when we get most of our rain. But it's fleeting. It rains and then it's sunshine. So if you don't like the weather at the moment, just wait 10 minutes. It will change to something you like because it's varying all the time. So, yeah, at the moment, the coldest that we get in Cape Town is 13 degrees Celsius, which equates to about 54 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's the cold, but in the summer also, it's not too hot. It's an average of 27 degrees in summer. Or if you look at that, that's 84 degrees in Fahrenheit. So a very mild climate actually that Cape Town does offer anybody that does come here. This time of the year, we see a lot of people coming here for safari because obviously in other parts of South Africa, it's dry now. They have an opposing weather. So for instance, if you know a very famous Kruger National Park, they have no rain at the moment. Chilly mornings because it's winter, but the day does warm up where they are and the evening's colder again, but it makes it perfect conditions to see the big five or any of the other great animals that we do have in the Kruger National Park. So yes, it's there's something here for everybody. And as far as nature is concerned, the country offers a massive diversity, and there's something here, as I said, that everybody can find and enjoy. It doesn't matter really which time of the year you come here.
Yeah, that's interesting what you have mentioned regarding that even it's winter and we have in Europe we have spring, oh sorry, summer, we have
Mm,
the opposite seasons that people
yeah.
also quite many people travel to a safari because I thought that majority goes there in spring because of the babies are being born
Oh
in
yeah.
during spring. So also wintertime is mostly visited in safari.
Yeah, this is the most popular time. So June, July for safari, it's the best time because it's dry. So animals are forced to go to watering holes. So it's very easy to see them. Also, the vegetation is very low. So you can be quite a distance away. You can start to see animals and you can drive nearer, or if you can, perhaps even can be on horseback. If you're on a horseback game safari, you can also walk. There's walking safaris with the animals. So yes, everything is definitely possible, and it's very exciting to get so close and experience these unique animals, which we are fortunate to have right here.
Yeah, well, when I was there, we also traveled to to Kruger, to national park, to
Yeah,
safari. We were in the big trunks, sitting inside of the big cars or jets, and it was really incredible to see leopards next to the car, just walking. I was so terrified.
yeah.
It was well, so I cannot imagine walking and being afraid that there would be some leopard or some other animal which can be dangerous.
No, that will
So
definitely add to get to your heart rate up if you do encounter. But people that will take you out on those sort of excursions are professionals. They know what they're doing. They know animal behavior extremely well. So at no stage will you be at danger. We definitely do not want that. We just want you to have an experience and a great one at that. So that's why we offer those sort of excursions as part of packages that people like. But it will always depend on what people are after. If people are wanting that excitement, yes, we can offer that. Or if you feel no, it's not comfortable enough for you, you can be in the safety and the comfort of a vehicle. And it just depends on each individual or what they are looking for, because we can certainly do that sort of tour. We create bespoke tours for everybody's needs. It doesn't matter what you want. Perhaps you're more of a photographer. Yes, definitely. Well, we'll make sure that you get to see a lot of the animals. And also, not to forget our bird species. I mean, South Africa's got 870 different bird species, and even that is a highlight for a lot of people, is to see how many we have and also how many you can see yeah, while you are visiting, which is just a byproduct and not really even advertised as such. It's normally the big five that everybody wants when we talk safari. But yeah, we've got a lot of other interesting things as well to find.
when you were 870 species of the birds, wow, it's incredible. I didn't know.
Mm,
When you were mentioning big five, maybe some people don't know
mm.
what animals are big five. Could you tell us more about the big five?
Yes, it is a wording that we use. We use it so common because we are raised with that. But a lot of people think it's the largest animals, but it's not the big five in that sense. It's the most dangerous animals to hunt on foot, and that's why they get that reputation. So, of the big five that we do have that you always like to see, and people are always excited to tick on a list, is the leopard, as you already mentioned. So, that one is a lot more elusive than the other four. But if you are with the right outfitters, we certainly will make sure that you do see them. We do have elephant, that's large, so definitely also part of the big five. The lion is there. We've got a buffalo, which is actually the most dangerous of all the five animals to hunt. Is definitely the
Yeah.
buffaloes, yeah. And then the last one is the rhinoceros, which is one of my favorite animals to see. Is our
Oh, is
rhinoceros.
it?
We have two different types. Yes, they're fantastic. So we've got white rhinoceros and we have black rhinoceros. So those are the ones
Oh,
we showcase to people. So that makes up the big five. It's also on
oh,
our notes, on our bank notes, is the big five. If you look at the South African money, it's called the rand, and you'll see the big five on there, as well as Nelson Mandela's face is on the other side of our bank notes.
oh, great to see. I didn't imagine when we were paying by the money that there is the big five. There are these animals on one side. But by the
Yes.
way, when we were there, I carried because when we were having a tour in safari, we were told by a tour guide named Harry that elephant's poo is very healthy and it's great against migraine. And we carried elephant's poo to the Czech Republic, and I still have it here because they said that they inhale it and it's so healthy. So I did it a few times, and, and inside it's still here in my in one of
Uh,
the mugs.
yes.
So
Oh, that's interesting,
please.
and that's the type of thing, some elephant poo to take that home. Yes, we have many things like that. Is also our favorite tea that we like to drink in South Africa. It's called the rooibos, which basically translates to the red bush, and that's what it is. It's a bush that just the edges turn red, and it's a fantastic tea, and it's very famous now around the world. So look out for that. But we have it obviously in South Africa, and we love it. It's very healthy. It's got no caffeine in it. It's got so many properties that are very good for us. So yes, we have many things like that that we do offer as well here in this
That's
part
so
of the world.
amazing. Then you have also the national flower. It's protea, right? They are so beautiful. The
Yes.
flowers, proteas.
Mm. No, I'm glad you like them as
If
much
you,
as we do.
yeah,
Yeah.
we love
So
it. We love
we,
it. We don't. Go on, go on.
yes, I was just going to say is that it is the national flower of South Africa, and the word proteas is actually a Greek word. We named this very beautiful flower after one of the Greek gods. This Greek god could change his shape, and it's because we have so many different types of proteas that we named it after the Greek god Proteus. Because if you go onto the mountains and into different parts of South Africa, you'll experience an incredible sight when you see these flowers blooming. And the largest of all the protea, which is called the king protea, is also our national flower. And our cricket side, which is the third most played and participated sport in South Africa, they wear it very proudly on their jerseys, this flower as well. So it's with us all the time when we are out in nature, or if we watch sport, then we see it as well.
Oh, amazing, incredible. What would you say, Peter? What are the top five things people definitely should see when they travel to South Africa?
Well, the biggest thing that people will be very pleasantly surprised about, which well, that nature speaks for itself. I mean, we've got, if you look at Cape Town itself, we've got Table Mountain, which is iconic. A lot of people love to go and up Table Mountain. We've got a cable car that takes you up within 4 minutes. You're at the top, one of only three cable cars in the world where the floor actually revolves. So you can stand anywhere in the cable car. It takes about 65 people at a time up, and when you can stand and you can enjoy an incredible view as the floor slowly turns. So you'll do a complete 360-degree view, and when you get onto the top of Table Mountain. So just the nature right here in a city like Cape Town is unbelievable. The other thing that surprises a lot of people in coming to visit is the food. We've got
Oh
three
yeah.
restaurants now that are in the top 100 best restaurants in the world. But you don't have to go to those type of restaurants only to get good food. You can just go to any place, and the quality is very, very good. And also the very friendly people of South Africa, I think, is what really makes the country great. We have 11 official languages. However, everybody does speak English, so it's very easy to get around. And people are extremely friendly to make sure that your stay here will be very pleasant and enjoyable, and people will go out of their way, as I've said before. So the people is definitely also, I would say, a big highlight. And also, depends on where you are. The weather is very, very good. South Africa, you can go to certain regions, certain times of the year, and you will never be disappointed in what there is to offer. And then, of course, the animals and the diversity of our nature is also incredible. We in one of the floral kingdoms here. There are 6 floral kingdoms in the world, and we are in one. In our region where I'm speaking to you from today, which is from Cape Town. Yeah, there's so many different plant species. There's 9,600 different plant species here. So that is why we are we're considered a floral kingdom, and 75% of those plants only grow here. Nowhere else in the world will you find them. So when you are
Only
walking
75
around or
on
driving
Cape.
around,
Wow.
yes. Yeah. So if you're driving around or cycling or hiking, because we're also very outdoor and very nature orientated people, you will experience all these plants that I talk about. And we have a beautiful botanical garden in Cape Town that is always everybody's highlight to visit, which is called the Kirstenbosch National Botanical Garden. And then again, shopping is very good. People, if you do like to shop and would like to experience that, we have a very stunning area called the Victoria and Alfred waterfront in the heart of Cape Town, and it gets recognized as one of the top places to visit in the city. So yes, it's a lot to do. We are also adventurous. We've got adventure. So I think we've got something for everybody that comes here.
Oh yeah, and in Cape Town there was really beautiful. Or there is beautiful harbor. I remember when we were there.
Yeah.
And when you spoke about adventure, I did for the first time in my life. That was on my wish list, the zip line, and I did it in South Africa
Yeah.
too. It
Oh,
was so great.
fantastic. You're very brave.
Uh,
That's
we
brave,
did it.
Jana. Well done.
Well,
Mhm.
my mother was braver even. She did it with slippers, only on her feet. I was like such. I had shook and I was like terrified when I saw my mom. She was like, "Okay, let's do it." I was
Let's
like,
just
"What?"
do this. Oh, good for her. That's the way to
Yeah,
enjoy life.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
what do you like most being a tour guide?
Well, it's a privilege of doing what I do is to get people like yourself and your family that come out here then through a consultation, which to find out exactly why you've arrived here. Also to learn about your country while you are on tour with me is a great pleasure because I like to travel a lot myself. I do many trips in certain times of the year around the world. So of course, meeting someone like yourself makes me excited as well to go and see where you are staying. So that is one of the big things that I like is the interaction with people, and then to show them what they are wanting to see, and then to add a few
Mhm.
surprises of things they might not know about. Some of the highlights. South Africa is also very famous now for our wines. So our wine
Oh,
areas just around our region here in Cape Town is beautiful, and the wines are good. So it's those type of things to find these little gems that we've got all around and to make sure that people are here, that they are safe, that they are comfortable, and they get what they want to do. And I do
yeah.
think that also, just from a price point of view, South Africa is a good option for many people.
Absolutely. Well, when you mentioned the wine, well, Cape Town, wine from Cape Town is one of the best in the whole world, what I know. So you have really delicious wine.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and it's at a reasonable price, Jana. I think that's also what makes us stand out is that people find really great value for money. But it doesn't help you've got great value for money and the things aren't good, you know. So that's why we do pride ourselves in what we do offer, that we really are proud of what we do. We take great care of what we do, and we make sure that people like yourself and friends and family or anybody that does travel are welcome, taken care of. And then we do offer so many options that you can enjoy while you are here.
Yeah, I remember that what you mentioned, that people really were that they are really friendly. I felt really
Yeah.
nice and warm atmosphere anywhere we were. Very friendly people, and it was really nice feeling. And I felt really safe, and wherever we were.
Mhm.
Just when we were sitting in safari in the huge car with open windows, and there was a leopard, leopard like only 2 meters in front of the car. I felt a little bit terrified, to be honest. But it was, I knew that it was safe because when we were part of the car, the animals don't really see us. They see the whole car,
No.
so it's safe to sit inside. So that was a good feeling, and also shocking to see that they really do not see us. Was there any challenging situation in your career, because you have been doing it for 13 years, which is really incredible time. Has there been
Mhm.
any challenging situations or situation?
Yes, yeah, we do from time to time because you are dealing with wild animals. You never know, how they really are going to react. So I can recall a time when we were doing shark cage diving with great white sharks, and what we didn't realize, being in the cage and very impressed by their size and how absolutely beautiful they are in their natural environment, and we had the privilege of seeing them from the safety of a cage. But there's a dominance amongst animals. And even in the great whites, the time that it was the scariest for myself was when we saw a very, very large, over 3 meter great white female come closer to us. But we quickly realized that our fears were unfounded because she was very calm towards us. She knew exactly that we were of no danger to her, and she just came by because she was inquisitive. So it was an incredible experience that left all of us in awe of such a amazing animal that we had the absolute stunning and unexpected to see when we were out there on the boat looking for other animals. In fact, at that time we were looking for whales that were calving, but the unexpected visitor, like a great white shark, I did leave my heart rate going up a little bit, but
Yeah,
we quickly realized no, it was fine. They weren't
yeah.
interested in us. They eat Cape fur seals. Yeah, we're not on
Oh,
the menu.
oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. But when you see them in the cage under the water, I can believe that the adrenaline is really high.
Yes,
So
yes, yes. We still speak about that incident quite often because one of my colleagues that was with me on the boat, he had his camera there and videoed the whole thing. So we always do chat about it, and also we've got a constant reminder that yes, this did really happen. It wasn't just a dream,
yeah.
and yeah.
So that's
So, but
great.
everything worked out fine.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm truly happy that everything went fine. When we were in South Africa, I remember that with you we also did incredible journey that we went to see the dolphins and the whales on a boat,
Yeah.
and it was so
Mm.
incredible, so
Mm.
incredible to see the happy dolphins jumping all around alongside the boat. And also we saw with you the whales with their babies. The babies
Yes.
were huge.
Mm.
It
Mhm.
was
Yeah,
the
they're not. Yeah, they're not that small when you talk about a baby, but yeah, we this time of the year, especially June, July, August, up until November, we have whales that come all the way from Antarctica, and they come here just to calf and as well as to mate, and then they leave again. But we do have some resident whales here. We have humpback whales that we see continuously. We have bride's whales, and now recently we've started to see orcas. So the killer whales, which is a new thing in South Africa, they're actually not supposed to be here. But we don't blame anybody from moving here and coming to have a visit and never leave because they're finding it just like we find it when we live here, that it is a great place to be. So we've got this family of orcas that are here now, and it's very exciting to see them from time to time as well now.
Wow. And you mentioned that they are killing other whales, the orcas? No,
Yeah, orcas,
I
that's a natural behavior. So the orca will do that, although their favorite food source is dolphins, but they are also known to take on sharks,
mm-hmm.
seals, anything that comes across their path. And if they're hungry enough, they will chase it down and then eat it as part of a natural cycle for them. But for us, that hasn't really encountered them ever before. It's very exciting when we do come across them. And there's always a lot of people that we spread the news quickly on WhatsApp that they are there in this area. So of course it does mean if we are on tour and people haven't seen orcas before, we will try and get them to go and see them. So we're very fortunate that we do have them actually here.
Very good for definitely for the tourists and people to see them, especially when it's something unique, right, like this.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about the whales? Because you definitely know like some most important, interesting facts. Because when I saw when the tour guide told us on the boat about the whales that it's a baby, the baby had I don't know if really it was a huge the baby and it was
Yeah.
so young. They are growing really quickly. What I remember, like many centimeters each day, right, or something like this.
Yes, you're 100% right. You remember well that what you learned on the boat. That's definitely a fact. And they only have for 3 months. So once the mother has given birth, 3 months later, they'll be swimming all the way back to Antarctica. And that's a long way to go. So the little one needs to get fed up very, very quickly. He needs to get large. And then off they go back to Antarctica where they actually live. But the interesting thing about the whales is that if you watch a female, she doesn't have any teats to feed the little ones with. So a lot of people don't know how a little baby whale gets food. It's actually the mother that will eject the milk into the water, and then the baby whale comes along and then drinks that milk directly out of the ocean, and uh, and then once that's consumed, because it's very thick and very nutritious, and it's that one of the ways that we use to know that there are baby whales around is we look for the birds as well as seals. They know that if there's a female, that she's going to put that milk of hers into the ocean, so they go there as well to feed, and that's a clear sign for us when we're on the boats to know that there are baby whales at certain of the mothers is just by looking out for the other animals that are also after the mother's milk at the same time. Yeah, so these whales also, the females also jump out of the water. They're very aerobatic. The males as well. I always thought that it was the males only that do that to impress the females, but it's not. Females as well as males jump out of the water, and that's to get rid of parasites. Because, of course, the force when they come back into the water is so great, and that removes parasites and barnacles off the whales. So yes, we're very, very lucky to have them in our region and to see them often. But we do it with caution and with a lot of respect towards the whales. We don't get too close to disturb them. So we try and keep it as natural as possible, that they can just do what they need to do without any
Yeah.
interference from our side. Yeah. Mm.
That's also what you mentioned. I remember it from the boat when we were together with you. That we were there is an area where the boats can go, and then there is a restricted area which is only dedicated to the whales to make them feel safe and not hunted
That's right.
by people.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember the baby whale. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. I don't remember, but actually there were more babies. But they were curious and they were swimming under the boat and looking at us, and it was so good, incredible to see them.
Yes, it is a very incredible feeling to see how much they do trust us, and that they're so inquisitive, just like any of our babies are or our young children are. They behave in very similar ways. And to see them and experience them so close up when they do come closer, it's incredible. It changes your life to actually see this animal looking at you and you just know how large and how powerful they really are, but they don't do anything. They just they're curious, and then they move on again. And I'm not sure if you're aware of a very interesting documentary that was filmed a little while ago called My Octopus Teacher. So it's a story about a gentleman that went out into the ocean on a daily basis. He filmed his interaction with a little octopus for a year, and he sold this documentary to Netflix, and he actually got an Oscar for it. So it's also something to look out for. Is My Octopus Teacher, and a really great documentary, and it gives you an insight into one of the very famous bays in Cape Town called the False Bay. And a lot of people are now enjoying going free diving and snorkeling in this area, and they're encountering so much life there that it's even termed now the Serengeti of the oceans is this bay because of all the diverse life there. And it's all thanks to this documentary. So if you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor, look it up. It's still on Netflix, and it's called My Octopus Teacher. I'm sure you'll find it very, very interesting.
Yeah,
Just like we loved watching it, yeah.
I wrote it down to the to my sheet of paper, and I will definitely look it up in on Netflix. It looks,
Fantastic.
you're looking forward. I will write you later. How was it, the documentary, when I see it? I hope it will be with the rights also for the Czech Republic. When you speak,
Yes, I hope so for you.
yeah, is there something else regarding the nature, or the sea animals? Well, yes, there is. I remember that you love the penguins, and we saw them too. The
Yes.
penguins. Ah, they were so beautiful. And
Yeah, they very very cute. They're very cute, and yes. So yeah, in South Africa, we have the penguin. They throughout the year. A lot of people think that they migrate or they're not from here, but no, they are residents, and we call them the African penguin. And the reason we call them African penguin because our neighboring country Namibia also has birds there, so you can also see them. But most of our birds are on islands, and there are places that you can come and see them on shore. So here in Cape Town, there are four places you can actually view the African penguin. One is at the Boulders Beach in a town called Simonstown, and these birds arrived in the 1980s. And because they mate for life, once they found their home and their happiness at that place, which is part of a very nice tour that we normally offer our clients to the Cape Point, the Cape of Good Hope, we always will include a stop over at this Boulders Beach, and it's very famous now for the penguins there. But also across the bay of the False Bay, this beautiful bay that we have here, we also have in another little town called Betty's Bay, in a place called Stony Point, is the name. That there are many birds there that you can also see. And also on Robben Island, if you do ever take a trip out there by boat, it's 40 minutes from Cape Town to the Robben Island, which is now very similar to an Alcatraz, which was a prison before, and now it's a museum. But there you will see penguins too. And then we have them in our aquarium. We have an aquarium here that really depicts both of the oceans that are around our area in South Africa. So on our west coast, we've got the Atlantic Ocean. On the east coast, we've got the Indian Ocean. And of course, the one is warm, the other one is cold. So there's a lot of different diversity, different life forms that you'd find in both oceans. But what I really love about going to the aquarium, except only not only to see Dory and not only to see Nemo there, because they are there as well,
oh yeah.
but there's a very big display of sharks in there and many other types of sea life that is here in our oceans. And obviously, they differ from the one side to the other. So it's also a highlight if you do come to Cape Town to come to this aquarium.
When we were there, we visited aquarium, and I was really surprised how many animals were there. Also, it was just incredible to see, and also the way how they had entertainment for tourists and visitors, also
Oh,
for
yeah.
families. It was just incredible. When you mentioned Nemo, I remembered that there was an aquarium where you could put a kid or the head of
Mhm.
adult person, because kid is smaller, and he can be or the kid could be standing inside the aquarium and be around him the Nemo fish. It was, I also did it with my head. So I have somewhere the photos.
Great.
And so
Oh,
just
well
so good.
done.
Yeah, 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 around you.
Uh, Yeah, it's radical to see them so up close. They obviously made famous in the movies, but to actually experience them in real life, that they are amazing, these little fish. But we have so many others that when you are there, so you can spend a long time actually at that aquarium and you'll learn a lot too. It's very educational and, as you said, very interactive. So whether you're young or old, it doesn't matter. There's something there for everybody. That's definitely the case.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You also have mentioned that, and I remember it very well, that South Africa is also well known for a delicious cuisine. What is typical in the cuisine for South Africa?
Well, it depends with which culture you're going to be invited to go and share a meal with, because we have five different cultures here, and in each one there are different favorites for for everybody. But I think the most favorite is what people term a barbecue. We use a different word for it. We call it a braai, where we cook with open fire and we prepare the meal on the fire, and that's one of the very famous things to do and to be invited to and to experience. It is always very, very nice. And we also have other types of food. We have Cape Malay cooking, which is very nice. And a lot of people that come here, they also enjoy to go on a course to go and learn some. There are cooking schools that you can go and do for 2 hours, and you can learn how to make some of the Cape Malay cooking and to experience that, which is always unique. And we have, as I said, such a diversity that we have something very unusual as well called bunny chow. And not many people know what a bunny chow is. They think there's bunnies in the food, but no, we don't eat our bunnies. They're our pets. But basically, what it is, it's a loaf of bread that's cut. The top is cut off, and you hollow all the bread out. You just keep the shell, and you fill it with the meat or with chickpeas or chicken, and it's in a curry sauce, and then you've got the bread and you eat it with your hands. It's a full meal, but we've termed it a bunny chow. So that is also something very unique to our region. We're the only place in the world that has bunny chow. So it is delicious. So something to try.
I, I haven't tried bunny chow yet, so next time when I will be in South Africa, I need definitely to try it. And what about
I will
desserts? What do you
definitely
think
take
is?
you.
Yeah, yeah, I will be looking forward. I will be
I'll
looking
definitely
forward. And
take you.
what do you think? What about desserts? What's the most popular or favorite dessert in South Africa?
Well, without a doubt, in my mind, it's something called a Malva pudding, which is almost
Hmm.
like a baked tart that is very unique with the spices that we use. And normally you would enjoy that with custard or with ice cream. So that's the favorite way of presenting that. We also have things like milk tart, which has got a lot of cinnamon and uh, it's a base of that's baked at the bottom, and then you got the filling, and then you have that on top. So yes, definitely that. And if you do go for the Cape Malay, you have to have a koesister. So a koesister is like famously known as a donut around the world, but the way we do it is completely different. It's got coconut on the outside and also cinnamon and syrup, and very delicious. That with a nice, good, strong coffee is an excellent way to start the day. So yes, we have a big array of very unique dishes that that nowhere else
Well,
in the world you'd find it, but I'm sure
yeah,
you'll
absolutely.
agree
Well,
there that you'll enjoy it.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
really the whole group who came with us to South Africa, where was well everybody was surprised how delicious the cuisine was. Anything what we were eating was really delicious. The regular
Mm.
meals, the salads, the desserts, and also also the combination of healthy ingredients. That it was healthy, it
Yeah.
was tasty and healthy. That's also what I loved. That you also have in the cuisine a lot of healthy ingredients like quinoa or and I don't know some other ingredients is what I remember. It was really exquisite how you made it. or
Yeah,
make
we're
it?
very fortunate. We self-sustained in all the stuff that we use, and we're not really importing a lot of food into South Africa. So we're very, very fortunate. The only time we do import food, it would be if it's out of season for us and we still want to enjoy something, maybe like grapes. We'll import that
Oh,
from time to time. However, we have a very large country with very diverse, different types of weather patterns. And that's why we have got, I think, such incredibly good food. It's also one of our major exports out of South Africa is, of course, our fruits and vegetables. We're also very
yeah.
famous for our fish. We've got really, really good fish here. One of the best fish to enjoy is either king clip. We've got tuna here, so you can have a nice seared tuna, which is delicious to have. And this, then, if you're looking for fish and chips, we do that with hake, fresh
Mm.
water, very cold water, deep water hake that we use, and that's also very good. We get a lot of compliments. So, as you say, if it's just a basic meal or something a little bit more elaborate, we do have it all, and yes, and it is fresh because it just comes from somewhere in South Africa, so it hasn't traveled far. It hasn't needed to be frozen or shipped, or and I think that's what makes a big difference is that it's grown right here.
Absolutely.
Mm.
And what you also mentioned, the coffee. What I remember that coffee is also in South Africa really delicious. That it's South Africa known for coffee.
Yes, definitely. So we have the tea, the rooibos tea, which I've already spoken about. Then coffee as well. Our coffee, what we do have here, that's all imported. We don't really grow our own because most of the coffee from around the world comes from around the equator. So because we have our African neighbors, we get a lot of very good coffee from them. Or else, if we wanted to be a little bit more, you know, coffees that people might know better would be in South America. So we bring in coffee from there. Those we do import, and we've got incredible roasteries of coffee. There's one of the coffee shops that's actually rated now the best coffee shop in the world in Cape Town called Truth, and for very good reason. If you do go there, it's not just coffee that you're going to get, it's an experience. And you will go there on any day of the week and you'll be really blown away by the offering that they do have. They've got such a large selection and delicious and very well made selection. But the experience of the place itself, it's an old building that has been repurposed for a coffee shop, and it's backed up by an incredible bakery as well. So you can come in there for breakfast, you can come in just for coffees. Alternatively, you can stay for lunch as well, and you will never be disappointed at Truth Coffee Shop, yeah, in Cape Town, rated number one in the world. So it must be good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks very that seems to me really great, especially in the morning. The start with coffee is
Oh.
really great start of each day. How does your daily typical day of a five-star rated tour guide look like when there is a peak
Well,
season
it's
or high season?
yeah, so Jana, I get up at 5:30, so that's the time I get up, and then I'm ready at 6, and then I head off to the city because most of my tours are out of the city of Cape Town, so people are staying in there. But before I pick my clients up, I go for a training. I would stop at my local gym called the Virgin Active, and then either go for a run or a swim or a bike, and then have a shower, have my breakfast there, maybe meet up with some friends or colleagues as well, other tour guides. We will chat. We've got also a favorite place that we go to, all of us, and we meet there and we chat about things in general, about what we share knowledge amongst each other. There's a lot of camaraderie amongst us as guides. So we're not on our own. We're always in groups, and it's very nice that we share information, the latest happenings, or perhaps even where those orcas are, or where's the best place to go for this, or where's they've just had a great experience there. And then I'll pick my clients up. So it will either be 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. And then, depending on the itinerary that the clients and myself have agreed on, and then we just execute that plan. And always ready for the unknown. We never know if we're going to come across a troop of baboons on a tour. That means that we're going to stop a little bit longer than planned and have an encounter with the baboons, or maybe there's an ostrich and people have never seen an ostrich before. Well, then, of course, we will definitely make sure that they experience that. So it will always depend on the people's needs. You know, if they love photography and want to make sure they get all the spots, then we stop more often. Alternatively, if they just want to drive and enjoy a more relaxed tour. So then the day does get depicted or done by the needs of the clients. And then we're back at the hotel either 5 or 6 o'clock. But I also always like to include a sabrage. So I always have got a bottle of very nice South African bubbles in the boot, nice and ice cold with my saber and a nice glasses to either enjoy at some stage during the day or to end the day off with a nice glass of bubbles, watching the sunset here over our
Oh,
city.
that's romantic. That's really nice to watch watch the sunset. It's really beautiful, and you have really beautiful sunsets in South Africa. It's so incredible and
Yeah.
marvelous, like a fairy tale, really. So I also saw on your Instagram account that you are really a huge sportsman, if I can say it, because you did a triathlon, right? You did you
Yeah.
did races, bicycle.
Yeah, that's my hobby. My big interest in life is sport. So South Africa, we are a sporting crazy country. The most participated sport is soccer, and at the moment, our national team is the third best team in Africa. So we're extremely proud of that. In rugby is the most supported sport in South Africa. At the moment, we are currently the world champions. In fact, today our national team is playing here in Cape Town against an international team. So it's very exciting that we have these tournaments all the time, and we're hoping that our national team, named the Springboks, if you don't know, which is also our national animal, they're doing exceptionally well. They're making us very, very proud. And then, of course, cricket. We've just won a championship a week ago in England. We are now the world champions in cricket. So we're doing exceptionally well. And then the fourth sport that people love to do is golf. And we've got really beautiful golf courses in South Africa also for people to enjoy. But yes, my sport is triathlon. So it's a great sport to do because it's one of three disciplines. And there are so many different events that I partake in on weekends. And the nature here, I think our weather really plays a big part into the psyche of people that live here. That sport is a big part of what we do. And yes, so that's definitely how I keep myself occupied is through the sport of triathlon. I really do enjoy it. The
Yeah.
people that do it as well are always very nice people and very interactive. And we do have people from all over the world that come and participate. And that's also how I do plan some tours. Sometimes people approach me and say they've entered an event in South Africa, and then I assist them. I'll make sure that all the travel arrangements are done, that you're booked into the right places to be shown the place. And then from there, we organize a tour either before or after the event, and we take care of everything. So when people are here, they've done, and we can arrange anything that they want to do, and then we can showcase South Africa to them. They have made the effort to be here, so we might as well make the full advantage of showing them then other places as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
also what we do.
Definitely. Yeah, we will definitely leave on YouTube also your Instagram account so people can connect with you and get in touch in case
Hmm.
they want to travel to South Africa. I wanted also to mention you mentioned the sport activities. We were discussing also the animals, the cuisine, the delicious coffee, and adrenaline. What usually what tourists or from what countries are the tourists usually who you cooperate with, or what are the most visited countries who come to South Africa?
Yeah, it's certain times of the year there's different nationalities that visit us, but I'd say in general, if you look over the whole year, it's mostly people are from Germany, is the most. Then
Oh,
it's people from the UK, then from the Netherlands, and America is also, we have a lot of people coming from America. This time of the year, it's because it's hot now in the Middle East. We get a lot of people from the Middle East that are visiting us now to escape the heat. They come, they love to come to us and spend some time here as well. So generally, we find that most countries are represented, but those are the big numbers that we do see. Is definitely the ones I've mentioned. Yes.
I really love that what you mentioned that what's the weather like during during the year, that in winter you have around 7 degrees Celsius, and in summertime 27 degrees, which is really amazing. I think it's the ideal temperature, because when it's more than 30, 35, it's too hot. We don't have here in the Czech Republic any sea, and we are boiling when it's really hot weather, like yesterday or today. And so 27, 25 is ideal summer temperature, I would say.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. The city of Cape Town, because we're surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, and the water there keeps very constant, because the water temperature doesn't change here. It stays exactly the same whether it's winter or summer. I think that's the advantage of that, is that the temperature is very mild that we have got here, and yeah, that's a big factor for us here in Cape Town. And we've won many awards because of that. I think it's a place where people will find that it's easy to get to, and once you are here, you're very welcomed. As we now know, you've mentioned it yourself, your experience, but also what the city of Cape Town offers. We just won an award now once again. We've got a market in the city of Cape Town called Time Out. That's won the best market in the world. We've got so many accolades that have coming through. I saw now in a recent survey done last week that Cape Town and South Africa as a whole is also voted the fourth best destination in the world to come if you're an outdoor enthusiast that likes hiking. We are the fourth best country for that. So there's just so many reasons to come. It depends on
Yeah,
yourself. What are
absolutely.
your interests? And yeah, we've got quite a lot to offer as far as that is concerned.
When did you discover you would like to be, or you want to be a tour guide? Was it in your childhood, or was it later, like in your adulthood?
No, I've always been a wanderer. My whole life, I've wandered. I've traveled extensively throughout South Africa. I've lived in so many different parts of South Africa, so as the country itself. Also, when I was a young man, I moved to Europe. I lived in Europe for a year. I've traveled extensively in my time. I think I've the last time I counted it was about 43 countries I've visited so far, and I keep traveling more and more. So if I'm not working, then I'm never at home. I'm either doing sport in a region or a country and experiencing what there is to do there. So I think it's just something that is inherently inside me, and I love history. So that also I think is quite important to do, and I always try and find the unusual. So I'm not scared of going to go and find those little hidden gems that are out there, and so I do that in any case, even if I am working or if I'm not working, I still behave like a tour guide, as I tour a lot myself, and so that's why I think I also understand what tourists' needs are, what people want to see, how they want to experience a country, what they are here for. But
Hmm.
because I do it a lot myself, and I've always done that, I think that has got a lot to do with my success as a guide, and why I love doing what I do. Is I will do it for free if I wasn't, if it was not even a paid profession. But fortunately, there is a place for a person like myself that's got such a huge passion for people and
I,
adventure. Mm.
yeah, I believe it's your
Mm.
life purpose, or life, like, because it's also passion in your life, and it makes you joy, and it's really, and it's true. When we were with you in South Africa, it was obvious that you really love what you are doing.
Yeah, no, thank you,
I will,
Jana. It was. No, I'm just saying it's also
yeah.
a lot of times it's the people that you're with that make you even better, So with your group and your family, it was a really nice experience, even from your side, And I think that's what we feed on is each other's energies, and and that's what we found when people come here, they blossom, and then it makes us better. So thank you also for you that came here, and it was fantastic meeting up with you.
I'm very happy. A few more questions, if I may, regarding
Sure.
your daily routine, because you have, when there is a high season, you have quite a lot of work because of the tourists and traveling.
Mhm.
How do you find balance between the work and your free time or personal time?
I think the big secret is that you have to take care of yourself over that time. So when you're under pressure, is that you need to eat healthy. You must take care of yourself. You must make space for yourself. You must have time for yourself. And I think that's also with a lot of sport that I do, the balance between the what I'm eating, the discipline there, and the discipline of the training. That really does help a lot, just to get through those times. But I love it so much. To me, it's no hardship. It's just a way of life. I enjoy it that every day I'm so excited to know that I'm going to be going out and showing people the places that I love to go to in any case. So yeah, I find it it's a pleasure to do. So I think if you can find something in your life that you're really passionate about, then you don't work. You just go out and do what you love doing. And there's a saying like that somewhere around that I've heard before, that if you find your passion, you'll never work a day in your life. And I think that's
Yes.
what's happened with me. Yeah.
I'm truly
Yes.
happy for you because I think this is the dream which shall happen to anybody, like to have
Mm.
the work of that you don't feel like working, but really you are doing because you love it. But it's important that
Exactly.
you mentioned that the balance is important, that you have some
Oh yeah.
time, some free time, and also the discipline and the sport. So, what activities do you
Mm.
do? The sport activities when you are not so active in the triathlon. What sports
Mm.
activities do you do in your daily life?
Well, also the type of work that I do, we walk a lot, so it depends on the clients.
Uh-huh.
So we're always very active. The tours that we're doing is it's not we do get out there in nature. So if people want to hike, go up the Lion's Head or go hiking up Table Mountain, we're doing that. Or just walking from the Cape Point to the Cape of Good Hope, which is a really nice, beautiful 45-minute opportunity. So even when I'm touring, there's a lot of time where you have got the opportunity to be out and active. So I find that that also does help a lot in what I do. It's just that completely active lifestyle, and then also to relax when you do relax. I like to read. I've got a big
Mhm.
passion for reading, and that's what I do when I'm not working. Is and then I do read a lot. So I think those combinations is good for me. It works for me. And then of course, if I meet people like yourself, you come from a country I don't know much about, and then as soon as you leave, I'm quickly finding as much as I can about the Czech Republic to see what it offers, and because then I would like to come and visit. You know, that's how I
Yes,
do it.
you are welcome
So
here.
yeah,
You are truly welcome here. When you said,
thank you.
but I remember also one of your hobbies that you also like music. You
Oh
gave
yeah.
me great tip for a DJ, Black Coffee. I listened to him since then, and he's really cool. So also music is part of your hobbies. I believe how you relax.
Yes, without a doubt, if you South African, music is a big part of your life, and we are very fortunate to have really good artists here. Like you've mentioned, one of our most famous DJs, of course, Black Coffee. He's world renowned now. So even people like ourselves in South Africa, to go and see him now, we have to go to Ibiza in Spain. But now and again, he makes a guest appearance somewhere, and we always look out for people like that. But yeah, in the city, we offer a lot. We've got a very famous jazz bar here called the Blue Room. We've got musicians at most of our bars. So it's very easy. Also, Cape Town offers a first Thursday opportunity. So, first Thursday of every month, there is great excitement around the city as a lot of the roads get closed off, and certain venues are then just hosted for music, art, and entertainment. Food stalls are up, and it's a great event. Come rain or shine, we are out there for that. So yes, definitely music. We also got Tyler now. She's done exceptionally well. She's got a song called Water that she did very well. She got some Grammys for that. Our choirs are very famous. So if you're a person that likes music, you'll definitely will be in the right place by coming here, yeah, as we do offer
Yeah.
something for everybody on the music scene.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Can I have now for you special shorter questions? I have here a list of questions on the sheet of paper. Can I ask you a few questions?
Okay, perfect.
So what brings you the greatest joy when you are on the road?
Well, if I'm with clients, it's to see their happiness, and their satisfaction for making a trip to us. So if I see that, then that really makes me very happy. If I'm on my own traveling, if it's somewhere I haven't been before, I like to find places like that, and that really excites me.
Hmm. What are the top three things you always have in your car by yourself when you travel?
Well, as you know, I'm a big music lover, so the music will never be too far away. I've got my Sabre to do a sabrage is always with me, and then my cell phone, just like I think everybody these days to be connected with. So I always like to reply very quickly. So if anybody does contact me, that I can give them a quick reply, and also to keep my Instagram account up and going and with the latest things that I'm up to. So people, because I've got a few followers that like to see what I'm doing. So I need my phone
Hmm.
for that. So that I think is definitely also one of the articles that's near me.
Yeah, mobile phone is needed. I think nowadays with anybody, it's like an addiction. I would call it also sometimes, but in some cases, when you are feeling exhausted
Yeah.
after a long tour, what helps you to recharge after like a long day?
Well, it's always nature. It's nature is really inspiring. I'm very fortunate that where I stay, I'm right in the heart of nature, and to be out in doing that or to do sport activity. Those are the two things that I would always go to when I'm tired and feeling, look, I need a just to take a break and a step back from life a little bit and recharge. That's my places that I recharge the best, either doing one of my three sports or, as I said, somewhere out in nature.
That sounds really wonderful. How does your ideal day look like?
Well, the ideal day is to go out with people that have given me a very clear indication of what they want to achieve with me for that day. So I'm very clear and I know exactly what we are going to do. And then to just execute that plan and to see the thrill and excitement and the happiness, that makes me extremely happy when I get that result. I test myself sometimes with people just to know that they are really happy. And I always wait for a question is, how much does a property cost in South Africa? Then I know they're happy. It's my own little test that I have to see. As soon as they start asking the prices to move here, then I'm saying, okay, this is good. This is very good.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, you could hear amazing interview with Peter One Week, and today I found out when I was trying to cut the video and the amazing interview that we were solving technical issues because we were calling from the Czech Republic directly to South Africa. So that's probably why. So I just wanted to let you know that Peter is saying a huge hello. I will leave here under the in the text in the bio a link on his website, on his Instagram account. If you need to contact him, if you would like to do the amazing trip to South Africa, don't hesitate and let him know because he's really amazing tour guide. I thank you for watching for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did because South Africa was for me a huge surprise. It was so beautiful, the nature, the animals, the friendly culture, so many warm and very friendly people. I really felt safe wherever I was, and not speaking about the delicious cuisine. We had to all, well, we were 10 people there, and we all had to be on a diet after we came back because it was so tasty and delicious. It was so difficult not to try such delicious cuisine. So, definitely, if you are considering if to go there to South Africa, do it because it's definitely worth it. And actually, this year I'm again going to Africa because I just love it. Wish you a wonderful day. I will be looking forward to next time to seeing you and take care and see you very soon. See you next Sunday. Bye bye.